Hello everybody, welcome to Straight Line Racing here for round 3 of the T1 Season 7. It is a Chinese Grand Prix here at the Shanghai International Circuit. We're watching Surface, as usual, going for a fast lap and doing it on the soft compound tyres, which is something I find quite interesting actually. I would have thought more people would be qualifying on the mediums, but yeah, we've got Surface here, up by 7 tenths on this current lap so far. Will he finish it? Will he park it on the line? Or will he actually go on and set a lap here? He will set a lap. So he is going to start this race in the soft compound tyres. I'm surprised there's a lot of other people are also thinking of doing this in softs. From what I got yesterday from the A1 race, I know it was slightly different, but from other league races in the past anyway, starting on the mediums was the better option because the softs yesterday in the A1 race went after 2 laps for some of the people. So yeah, people are taking the risk on the soft compound tyre. So we'll see how this all works out for him. Welcome everybody to the stream. Glad you could make it if you have. Yeah, you'll notice that it's only me, Owen White, in the comms box because we've got the other comm is sick. So sad when you've got a sick commentator, sick co-commentator. But good at the same time to have a sick commentator. It's gonna be a long day. It's gonna be a long day. I think it's gonna take quite the effort to beat out the A1 race yesterday. If you didn't see it, see it. It was fantastic, and I won't spoil the result, but it was one hell of a race. It started off dry, got wet, things happened. I was involved in quite a lot of chaos, and yeah, I was sort of happy with my day in the end. But yeah, I don't want to spoil the race for you. I haven't watched it. Please do watch it. It is one hell of a race, as I said. Over here watching CYP, one of the drivers here on the soft. You see, the rest of your setting times are about a second off Surface because they don't want to set a fast lap on them. Because they, I guess, feel that they can just do a medium run and they'll be happier with that. And if I'm in a situation, I'm doing the exact same thing as them. CYP might get a little bit of a distant toe, but he seems to be going for a genuine lap on the softs as well. He's gone 1.3 seconds quicker than his last attempt, and he's up to P2. Pirate isn't going to finish his lap. He was up by 2 tenths, but yeah, wouldn't really have made much of an impact. And Doan is out there. Calkers is off on his mediums, so that's not a good sign when you're spinning off on the mediums, because they are pretty much one and done those for a qualifying lap. He's going to have to really prepare this for another one if he has the fuel for it. He's got 4 minutes to get back in, I guess, if he wants to try and refuel. But yeah, not the best scenario for him. Here's Doan, however. This could be his proper qualifying lap. So we will see how he finishes it off. Into the final corner. He'll be aiming to, I guess, try and get ahead of Blunt and Pirate, but he will go behind Blunt. Not by much, but still behind. So, let me just quickly take you through Challenger stands, by the way, while we've got a quick minute. Because, you know, it's good to have a bit of background on this. I didn't do this once last season. So, we've had 2 races this season. We've had 2 different winners, Surface and Calkers. Surface won in Australia, and Calkers won in Bahrain. And yeah, 6-point gap between them because Surface had a 2nd place in Bahrain, while Calkers had a 4th place in Australia. And yeah, they are the 2 at the top again. Blunt's 3rd, Dario 4th, Doan 5th, Milik 6th. They are the 2 drivers to get fastest lap of the day award, so good for them. Getting high points as a, well, an extra point as a result. But listen, those points could be crucial at the end of the season. Clervo, Connor, CYP, Pirate, Baby Shark, and Skin Up are the rest of your point scores. Everybody else is on 0 at the minute. So yeah, it's early days, but I would like to keep more of an eye on these Challenger standings because I sort of keep forgetting with this league. I don't know why. Is it with other leagues I can seem to remember, but here, nah, never remember. But anyway, let's actually have a little look at Skinner because he's on a lap on the softs as well. Not quite able to go full throttle through there in A1 qualifying. I think even on the mediums you can go through there, or I could go through there flat out through the left, right, or well, sorry, the left before the right. It's such a long corner, but if you just stick it in 6th gear and keep it there, then you can go flat. But anyway, he didn't do that. A bit wide an issue here. This is a corner I struggled with the most yesterday. I'm sure people who are in the race with me probably know that I struggled massively to get on the par in the rain. But you can see, look, here's Dario getting some slipstream here to skin up. That'll help him along the straight. And that'll give him an extra couple mile-an-hour acceleration that he needed to hopefully put him right up there in the timings. Oh, he's gone too late on the brakes to skin up. Oh, that's going to be annoying for him. He's going to be very frustrated, and he's nearly going into the back of CIP there as well. I wonder what he's going to do, because he's only got 2 minutes left. He's going to have to do a lap. He's already done 2 on that tyre. Are we expecting rain? Could we be expecting an early rain shower again, or what is with this? Because we've got so many on the soft when I'm not really expecting that. Are we going to get a wet start or something? Or maybe rain in the early stages like we got with A1 yesterday? Be interesting to see that, but who's going to start lap first? Be Blunt probably. He starts his lap first, so we'll just watch him. Just check what Ben Gallagher is. And Calker's back there. Connor. Yeah, it's going to be Blunt who starts first. So here he comes. Let's ride on board as CYP. Yeah, he's in the pits. He's going to retire, wasn't he? What else was he going to be able to do? He can now sit back in my position and watch the action as he heads through turn 1. What I did through here in A1 was just not touch the brake pedal. Just you touch the brake pedal, it just sort of messes you up in that first corner, and yeah, Blunt's doing the same thing. Little teeny whiny bit of throttle, that's all you really need there, and then some downshifting. But yeah, okay, first sector. Not a flyer by any means, but it's a good start. And he's able to go to 7th there actually, so he's not going to over rev 6th gear. He'll go down to 5th through here and then 4th. And the game actually suggests you go through into 5th, but I always do go to 4th, but I always do 5th. Here there you can go down to 2nd, but he went down to 3rd only. And through the middle sector, 6/10 up, not quite enough to go up to surface, but certainly enough to go up to CYP. And as Blunt enters the final sector, he'll get onto the DRS. Not too bad through that long winding turn. DRS enabled as Dario retires in sector 1. He was on 3-lap old mediums anyway. As Milik's there goes fastest. Completely missed him starting his lap, but we'll see where Blunt's finishing his. As Skinnup retires from P12. He was already in a bit of trouble, wasn't he, after going wide at the hairpin. But here comes Blunt up to the line. Clover retires, but Blunt goes up to P3. Surface is up, but not by enough to go fastest at the minute. Pirate is up as well, but not again by enough to go fastest. But will he find anything in the final couple of corners? Calkers has gone fastest by 0.2 of a second. Pirate goes up to 4th place. What are we going to see from Surface? What are we going to see from Doan? Of course, he started his lap a lot later than the rest. Ben Gallagher as well. We'll see a few more to come through, but first of all, Surface has got to find 0.2 in the final sector to put himself onto pole position, or else Calkers will be starting there. Or at least ahead of his challenger rival. Only 3rd, couldn't improve. Milik's then 2nd, Calker's 1st. What about Ben Gallagher? He's down in the middle sector. Doan, 0.6 up. That won't really be putting him much higher up the grid at the moment, unless he had a per sector for last time round. Let's see if he can make any improvements here. But first of all, let's go see Ben Gallagher at the end of that back straight. Baby Shark as well is on a lap on the mediums. If he can get to the top 10 of those, that could be okay for him. But here's Ben Gallagher up towards the line, and he stays in P10. Doan, he might go up to P6 with this. I'm sure he'll find a little bit more in the final sector, but maybe he had a slow one last time. You just never know. This could blow us all away. Not going to be P1, but it is P4. Not a bad final sector there. And, well, I don't think Miller's just going again, is he? So, we've got our grid. 2 drivers in the top 10 here on mediums, or at least what they were fitted on, yeah, mediums. So, 2 on mediums, the top 10 anyway. Calkers, Milik, Surface Dome, Pirate Blunt, CIP, Connor, Dario, and Ben Gallagher. An interesting grid, so let me know what you all think about this in the comments. I don't know if there's any drivers in there, but I'd love to know what the weather's going to do, if anyone has it. Because that'd be quite useful to see, because yeah, certainly with the way the tyres have been chosen, that sort of tells me that we're expecting rain early. But anyway, yeah, we've already went through the top 10. Like I say, Connor and Dario, they are on the mediums, and then outside top 10, Clover, Baby Shark, Skin Up, and Bullet Boy, who didn't even set a time. He retired very early on. and it is going to be wet at the start then, and then the rain will stop. So it's pretty much the reverse of A1 then, miss. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Looking forward to see that then. It'll be a good old start to the race then, that. Like I say, from what I found, and again, I know it's a different tier and stuff like that, but from A1, the most difficult part was the crossover. I know it's typical to say that, but it's actually really odd, because the more your tires wear, and I know it's going to sound weird, but the more your tires wear, the lighter, and even if it's in heavy rain, actually, the lighter it sort of feels to drive. It's an odd one, because the car felt ridiculously heavy on new tires, and I hated it. I was about a second off the pace per lap, and maybe it's a pad thing, I don't know, but yeah, certainly, for some reason, Inters do not work the way they should. They went 15 laps for me in A1, if I can recall, before they hit 90%. I crossed the line with 90%, and basically when they were on 90%, it was undrivable. The tires weren't blowing up, but you could not slow down. So depending on when the rain stops, we could be in for a 2-stop today, because these Inters, they just do not go more than half a race distance. It's simple as that. It's too much of a risk. You'll lose too much time. And yeah, that's sort of a bit of a rundown on how the tires act. I'm not like an expert on it, but we'll just wait and see. I keep trying to put my own racing knowledge into it, but it's probably not a good idea. Helmet review, let's do that. It's a bit of a dull helmet review, because obviously dull conditions, but Calkers, at least make it orange and chrome, like not red and chrome, like yucky. I mean, my helmet wasn't much better yesterday. It was black, green and blue, which doesn't really work with the Red Bull, as it turns out. Millix, again, like, what is that? Is that red on the front of it again? Put red on a car that like suits red. Just don't put it on anything else, I guess. Surface, yeah, he's got his classic gold and black and white. It's nice enough. Dome, is that the Senna helmet? Is that frickin' Senna helmet? You know, this is a sad thing. This is all that us pre-order plebs have to boast about. I got a Senna helmet. Woo! This was totally worth the extra 20 quid. Pirate, that's a nice helmet design. I'm a fan. Blunt, nice helmet design. I'm a fan. CYP, nice helmet design. I'm a fan. Connor, interesting. It looks like a tennis ball, but I kind of like it. It's what's it like? It's like Boost Sport Citrus. Dario, I think it's got the same design as Calcus, but it's a bit better there in the Red Bull. Ben Gallagher, he's yeah, nice. Bit slippy-slidey, but nice. And yeah, nice. Clorvo, kind of works, I guess. Maybe you need to get a different angle of that helmet design, really, to see how good it is, or bad it is. Yeah, it's fine. Baby Shark, it's got a bit of red in the back of that, but from the on board it looks nice enough. So, I mean, it'll pass. Yeah, skin it with its usual pink on there, and Bullet Boy, it'll do. That's always a good thing you can say, right? It'll do. And that'll do for a formation lap. Bullet Boy in the McLaren, lines up at the back. Calkers in the McLaren, lines up at the front. And it will be Calkers versus Millix versus Surface on the way down to turn 1. The outside line is probably the better one to be on here, so it'll be quite interesting to see how these guys get on. As the firefights are on ahead of the drivers, we are away in China. Who gets the best start out of the front row? Looks pretty even, actually. They're going to be quite clean, I hope, in the turn 1. But as I say, outside line's pretty good. We've got some accidents going on back there. Let's have a quick look and see who that is. I think it's Connor and CIP, isn't it, are coming together. Aside from that, everyone else is staying slightly clean. I want to say slightly clean. But no one else is crashing. That's probably the best way to go about it. And yeah, looks rather clean, apart from the obvious. But a few side by side, nothing at the front though. I can see that Surface is okay. Looks like Doan and the Pirate are going for it, and that's the McLaren of Bullet Boy. He's just launched it. No damage, but he's up to P8. So I mean, I don't think he really cares, frankly. And that is Blunt and Doan side by side. Outside for Doan. He's going to get washed out wide there, surely. But if he can just hold the inside line, he would be able to go for it again. But it's not a good idea. Colorvo is in Narnia. No damage, though, by the looks of it. Funny enough, Connor's got no damage either. I think CIP might be the only one with damage. He has got damage. I don't know if he's the only one. I guess we'll see when they all pit at the end of lap 1, or if he's the only one to pit at the end of lap 1. Baby Shark, they're having a look on Ben Gallagher. He's also made up places. But Bullet Boy, certainly a big winner on the start. And doesn't look to be too much damage to his car either, despite that dive bomb. So, yeah. It worked out okay for him. But Calkers, a second clear already. We'll see how everyone's run is down the back straight. Like I said, this is where I struggled the most in the rain yesterday. It looks like Dario's got a really good run on Doan, who's been trying all sorts of creative lines on this first lap. But this one is not going to work out for him on the outside, I don't think, unless Dario gets it too deep on the braking zone. He's deep enough, but he should be okay on the exit. Bullet Boy and Ben Gallagher are side by side, as are Skin Up and Baby Shark. And Bullet Boy's ahead. Skin Up's ahead. You can go very wide this last corner, you'll get away with it every time, so there should be no real dramas there. Unless you crash, in which case, yeah, well done. But Surface there, not on the back of Surface. Yeah, obviously. Not on the back of Millix, I should say. Blunt, however, is on the back of Surface. Ignore the gaps, it's lap 2, they're wrong. It's as simple as that, the gaps are just wrong. As we've got side by side here for Skin Up and Baby Shark. Baby Shark appears to be ahead. We'll see which car emerges, and it is indeed the Silver Arrow of Baby Shark that emerges ahead. Will we see another move though from Skin Up on the inside, a bit late on the brakes? That might be a spin there. It will be a spin. He sort of helped his rival round there as he was going through the corner. Couldn't get off him, but yeah, Baby Shark loses a couple positions there. It was a bit of an ambitious dive bomb. Looks like Ben Gallagher is nowhere near the back of Bullet Boy, but you got to check the gap anyway just to be safe. And CIP was the only one to pit, by the way. Onto a new set of intermediates. We'll see how long it rains for, rather than how long the tyres last. But I think at the minute he'll get them to that 14 or 15 before they hit the cliff. It's the same opinion as everyone else. It'll be interesting to see, of course. Who knows that? And being on no assist, these guys, maybe you could take a lap off that as well for locking up, etc. It's both the rear tyres. It's not just one or the other. It's both of the rear tyres that'll be really exposed at the end of the stint, but we'll see. Here's Blunt going on the championship leader, and of course the reigning champion of SLR. Not going to get the best of it, unfortunately, unless we cut on board with Surface. He's finally got ahead of him now. We can see where he's chasing, but yeah, didn't stay ahead. Did Surface. He got ahead for a little moment, but Blunt got the move completed in the end. And Calco sets the fast lap. I wonder if Blunt will be anywhere. And look at that, wide going Surface. Dario gets him too. And now we'll get some actual real gaps. As you can see, they're all updating, and suddenly Calcars has gained a whole 2 seconds in the space of about 2 seconds. Pretty impressive that from the championship challenger. He's going to be outscoring his rival by 16 points at the minute, if you count the fastest lap along with this as well. But when it gets dry, that's when you really need to look at the fastest lap. It's a bit irrelevant at the minute, if I'm honest. Look at that, you've got Pirate, and well, he sort of knew he was going to hit, but then he's cut the corner and stopped dead. So Bullet Boy has broke the front wing. That was pretty poor driving there from Pirate. Don't really know what he was doing now, unless he lost control of the car as he hit the brake pedal. Could be what's happened, but yeah, I feel sorry for Bullet Boy there. He just had a car, park it in front of him, and he's going to end up having to pit with some front wing damage. And well, Pirate didn't lose out too badly in the end, but I'm sure he might get in a bit of trouble with the stewards. Ben Gallagher now at a P7 as a result, but he has got Connor on the back of him. Remember, there's no DRS in these conditions, so it's going to be all about the ERS more likely, and the fuel. But yeah, look at that, Ben Gallagher struggling so much on the exit there, and Connor's going to get a very nice run now all the way down one of the longest straights in Formula 1. But can Connor find a way through? Outside. Maybe he's going to try and bait Ben Gallagher into braking late, and he's done just that. Up into P7 he goes. And Ben Gallagher's been done. As Calco sets yet another fastest lap of the race. Dario says he's within a second of Blunt, so we'll follow him. But look at that. Wow, Ben Gallagher properly sliding out of that final corner, but keeping it on the island. I gotta say, I did that a few times yesterday. It's very scary when you do that, but Yeah, made it work. He probably earned some style points for it anyway. I wouldn't expect, by the way, too many penalties to appear. I didn't get a single penalty. I think I got one warning all of yesterday. So yeah, you can really lost, or is he lagging? Is going. He's full. Calcus is also lagging. Let me know if the stream's working okay, or we're still even live. Because it'd be really annoying if I'm not. Let me just quickly check it myself, because I don't know what's happened to Milix here, but he's off in Narnia. He's now having a collision with Dario. I'm just going to check the stream now. We are still going, aren't we? So, I don't know if it's a me problem or a Milix problem, quite frankly, but he's now down to 4th position. And it's a me problem. That's just great news, isn't it? Frickin' hell. Frickin' hell. So is Milix actually down in 4th place then, or is he what's happening now? What is happening now?